Alright. I think it should all be up by now. Just wait and see if that's true. Make sure I have live chat popped out. Okay. Alright. Okay, so it seems that we are live right now. So, welcome everybody, wherever you may be in space and time. Doesn't matter if you get to watching this tomorrow, a year from now, 5 years from now. Hi, I'm coming to you live from inside my closet. So hopefully the acoustics are a little better. Alright. Alright, so first stream back in a little bit of a while. I've been a little busy for the past 2 weeks, so I haven't really had the time on Saturdays to go and do this. So it's good to be back, and alright. So kind of similar to the last stream I did, feel free to suggest anything in the chat that you want. Like if you want me to draw, I don't know, a pug wearing sneakers, you're more than welcome to request it. Just don't expect the Da Vinci out of this anytime soon. Well, quick second though, I gotta make sure that I actually posted this on Deviant Art. Alright. Yes, okay, so that is up. Nice. Alright. I'll just bring chat back up there. Okay. So, until other people join and start giving me requests, I think I'll just start with whatever right now. Alright. Whoop! Hi, Emmett! Yeah, I remember you. You were on the stream a little bit a while back. How are you doing? It's nice to see you in the stream again. Hey, Star Mist! I'm happy you could join us this time. I know there was a bit of issue with timing, so hopefully this is good for you. And I'll say it again because I'm not sure where people are going to come in on. This stream, I'm kind of just doodling whatever, so if you guys have any requests for anything that you'd like to see me doodle as fast as time will allow, feel free to just type it in the chat. Yeah, I'm doing pretty swell right now. I'm not sick, so, you know, that's something going for me. And I got to eat a calzone today. So, all in all, things are pretty good. Draw a guy punching towards the screen if I can. Okay, yeah. If I can. I typically start with the face first, because that's what I've been trained to draw. So we'll just have... And then the shoulder is going to be rolled kind of in front of his face right there, just a little bit. Then the elbow, then the hand would be right about here. It's like the first thing we're ever taught to draw is faces, so it's what the one point of reference we have for everything. Yeah. So about something like that for the arm. That is going to have to be a little bit bigger. Thank goodness this is digital. Just a little bit. There we go. Try to draw his neck there behind his head a little bit. Oh, thank you. I'm just looking at my own fist actually to try and see what it works out to be. So how has everyone else been doing on this Saturday as well too? Staying indoors, staying warm? Oh gosh, I can hear my roommate's cat even in the closet. Oh wow. Just chilling, huh? Your school got shut down 3 weeks. Wow, not including spring break. Do they have you doing online classes then instead, or is it just like be free, except don't be free because virus? I'll stick with a digital pen for now. And that virus thing is stupid? How so? Is it just because it's shutting everything down, or? Okay, so they're gonna start online classes after spring break. Alright. It's messing everything up. Shows, concerts. Yeah, well, unfortunately, people don't typically plan ahead for pandemics. So, in terms of timing, yeah, it's putting a damper on everything. But I think it's also kind of important to remember it's still a temporary state. Like in a few months, we're not going to have this level of lockdown and things will go back to normal. Concerts will be back open, shows will be back open. It's just a little bit of weird rescheduling stuff that has to occur now. But it is just a temporary state. Ah, yes, they're doing the Wendy rework. Yeah, nice. I'm so happy I got that one animatic out in time for that as well, too. Woo. I You know, any little thing out there that you can think of that brings you joy, whether it's listening to a piece of music or something like that, it's go for it. Keep your spirits high. Oh, thank you, Emmett. I'm trying to give him a intense looking face right now. I might end up redoing this mouth later as well too. We'll see. I'll see how the rest of his face goes first. Oh no, my roommate's sneezing. Do you guys want to learn cool virus facts? Got to day 109 as word. Oh, cool. That's a long time. 109. I think I've only reached that with Wickerbottom at one point. Are you just turning everything into swampland, or are you going the chaos route? Looks like we're just going classic anime style hair for this guy. I haven't been using the merms though. They're tricky to use. It's kind of like using a bunch of pigs to do your bidding. You're just kind of like, I could, or I could just do it myself. Some little hair pieces flying off because I guess that's what happens when you punch hard enough. Have to make this one fist just a tiny bit bigger. There we go. I'm gonna get Wendy skins. So just all the skins all at once in a nice little bundle right there. Also, which Wendy skin is your favorite so far? I think her triumphant one looks kind of cool. But all the triumphant skins make me a little bit sad just because of the implication that they never got to go home. They're stuck forever doing the Shadow's bidding. Ah, nice. Oh boy, this man isn't gonna win any fights with a fist looking like that, but sketches, you know? Yeah, the triumphant skins are like when they've taken the throne, kind of like much like what Charlie did. But it's just kind of sad because it's like that means they don't get to go home. They're just kind of stuck there. I don't know. Oh goodness, my phone's going off. Someone calls me. Hello? Cool. 'Twas a telemarketer. I am not interested in selling my kidneys, fine sir. They shall stay inside my body, where they can do their work and their job of filtering my blood. Yeah, I suppose in the same vein, the survivor skins are kind of depressing as well too, because it means that they didn't get to go home again as well. But like, at least they kept their humanity. Like their souls are still okay. There's still hope for them, you know? I don't know. I just hope when Clay eventually gives them an ending, because there will be an ending, I'm not gonna have to start taking my antidepressants for it. So I'd rather not go back on those. think I might have brought his shoulder up too high. That's okay. Alright, this didn't turn out terrible without having a reference pose on hand. So that's pretty nice. Definitely if I were to sit down and fully flesh this piece out, I would get a couple of references. So this is more just me trying to work through it spatially in my head, which, variable results. Alright, I'm basically finishing up with this one, so if anyone has any other ideas on what to draw, what to do, you're more than welcome to shout them out. Procedural, let's see what you have here. Too big. The quote in the triumphant skin mostly fits the character's personality. I don't know. The quote for Wilson's triumphant skin is just "moo ha 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 ha," which is admittedly funny, but I don't think that's his entire personality. quick artist tip: if you're not happy with the anatomy of a piece, just cover it up with a bunch of wavy lines. Razzle dazzle them, and they'll never catch wise. Yeah, I suppose Wilson has a lot of humor in his quotes, but it's mostly like pun humor. Honestly, he sounds like a great guy to just sit down and talk to and just like go like, oh, what puns are you gonna make today? That's why it's interesting to like read fan fiction of I know I'm probably gonna lose like all of my viewers for that. It's interesting to read fan fiction of Don't Starve and just see how people characterize people. Because we all read the same dialogue, but like each of us see the character in a different way. It's kind of interesting. Okay. He has broken my computer screen. Alright. So that's a little bit of a sketchy sketch. You can add a motion blur to this. Who would want to create this? Oh, that looks cool. I guess it really boils down to like how you can interpret some of the lines well too, you know? Like that who would. And I think he says, yeah. I mean, mentally trying to grasp it, you know, just going like, oh shoot, this thing is made out of pure shadow. Motion blur, there we go. My favorite thing in the Don't Starve thing, which I don't think enough people like are cognizantly aware about on a daily basis, and I just want to let everyone know, once again, the Dapper Vest requires hound's teeth to make. And the reason for that is because it's a houndtooth pattern, and it's no one talks about that, and it's like, oh man, it's such a nice pun. Yeah, Wendy doesn't have a problem with just about anything. I think my favorite ones are when you like are examining any piece of armor and she's just like, "Oh, it's just delaying the inevitable," and you're like, "Listen here, you small sassy child. I know." She's great though. I love her. It's true. Why would you want to make it? There's better uses of teeth, but still, it's there. It's there. No one mentions it. Not ever. And it makes me kind of sad to know that someone at Clay Entertainment was like, this is a great pun, and then no one acknowledged its existence. Oh yeah, definitely. Like the Tam O'Shanter is like OP. It's like so OP, and it's good enough that I feel like it should be harder to obtain than just running Mac Tusks into a herd of Pengals, but you know, I'm not gonna complain. Clay, don't fix that. I love cheesing stuff like that. It's not a bug, it's a feature. I know. I don't. I'm a coward when it comes to playing the game. I really am. My strategy is to just, if it's not directly aggroed onto me, let it be. Just run. I don't go into the caves unless I have a Tam O'Shanter with me. I just don't. It's out of the question. Because I can't handle sanity losses. Because I can't kite. I am the worst at kiting that the game has ever seen and will ever see. It's the problem though. I misjudge it every single time with kiting. I'm just like, oh yeah, I can get one more hit in. Nope. The only things I can successfully kite are the list isn't very big. Koalaphants and spiders. As soon as there's more than one hound on the screen, I'm like, I don't know. Just tank it. Just tank it. Which is why I just kind of stay out of fights in general. My favorite thing to do is just to run the hounds into a swarm of wasps and let the wasps do the work for me, because then I don't have to worry about it. Like I said, I'm a very lazy person in the game. I'm just like, eh. Oh yeah, I'm just terrible at it. I've watched like at least 2 different kiting videos for Don't Starve Enemies, and yeah, I'm still no better at it. I know practice takes perfect, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to practice kiting today. I'm just drawing a lot of angry faces today. Oh well. Honestly, same though. Like, out of all of the quote unquote harder seasons to survive in, winter is not that bad in the game, honestly. Because you can always light stuff on fire and it'll warm you up. Cooling you down is just. It's difficult, to put it mildly. Honestly, that's why I like playing as Willow so much, is just because it's like summertime, my time. I wish I could be one of those people who could kill a deer claps. Oh goodness. I really do. As the above aforementioned kiting issue above, just it's a no. It's a no for me. I've never killed it before. I've just always ran like a little coward. But cowards get to live another day. And I've made it through spring on many an occasion. Just fine without it. Mostly thanks to the Tam O'Shanter, honestly. Just 'cause sanity. Alternatively, could I just blow it up with gunpowder? I like blowing stuff up with gunpowder. Spoken with the confidence of a person who has defeated the deer claps before. Props to you, man. Props to you. Alternatively, I could not fight it as well. I'm gonna tap out, choose the pacifist route with it. Observe it from afar. Hello, XOXO Fall Animations. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are doing random things right now. I am currently doodling, and I'm talking to StarMist2000 about, Don't Starve. Also, I'm doing well. How about you? I am taking requests for doodling pictures, so if you have something in mind right now that you're like, oh man, I just want to see that on the screen, feel free to shout it out. Sure, I can draw your OC. Do you have a link or somewhere I could go to like get a good picture of it? Yeah, I know Willow has that weakness to cold in Don't Starve Together, which is why I'm also like hesitant to play Don't Starve Together because I like Willow in the main game. I don't know how I would adapt to her in Don't Starve Together because of that. But that's okay. Maybe I was never meant to be a Willow main. You have it on Tumblr. Okay. Do you have like a link to your Tumblr or like the Tumblr name itself? Got a hair on my screen. Ah, I'm losing my hair. Alright, after I'm done with this sketch, which I'm almost done with it, I can go check out your Tumblr and draw your OC. It's the new post, okay. I'm not the best at using Tumblr, so if I do stumble while I'm looking through it, just politely nudge me on my way, I guess. It's the girl with the red sweater. Okay, can't miss it then, I guess. Oh boy, howdy, can I take a tumble? Oh boy, that's a good one. Just a little round of applause for Star Mist. I do enjoy the puns. Alright, think I'm just about... Well, I am done with this piece, I guess. It's a firefighter versus a firefighter. I'm not the first person to make that joke, nor will I be the last. Alright, so if you excuse me, you're gonna see a bunch of weird stuff on my screen for a second as I pull down this screen thingy, majig, whatever, and pull up your Tumblr. Yep, you did say it was on your channel. Let me just flounder around here for a bit. So I can't just click on your channel in chat, which is weird. That's you. And the Tumblr. Cool. Okay, so this girl in a red sweater, I presume, right? Cute little shoes. What's my idea on Don't Starve Poker Face Part 2? Okay. So, the audio that I got Don't Starve Poker Face 1 from was from Studio C, and they actually made a sequel to that as well too, and I'm just gonna do the sequel. But if you're asking on like what's it gonna be, yeah. I was thinking like, yeah, each of the characters are gonna have different skins this time around, and I'm like kind of caught between having Winona either be the Rosette skin or the Triumphant skin, because she technically won the first poker game, but at the same point in time, like, Weber gets a little bit trickstery-ish in the second one, so I was like, maybe he should be the Triumphant? I don't know. So, Maxwell's definitely gonna have the Survivor skin, though, because he's currently missing a kidney. So... Oh, and Wilson's gonna be in it, too. Trying to spell something in a column in different messages. Oh. Well, it's like a Ouija board. Alright, back to this. This is more of a... Is your character, like, very cheerful, very timid? Just trying to think of what pose to draw her in. Kind and shy, okay. Yes, same characters basically, but Wilson will take Wagstaff's place because Wagstaff died. Except if you know the Studio C bit it's based on, Wagstaff still has a role to play. May his ashes talk forever. Yes. I was thinking, because he has that one armored helmet in the game that looks like his hair. I was thinking of just using that instead of an urn. The other girl is her little sister, but she's so tall. She's a tall little sis. Oh, I guess my younger brother is taller than me too, so I can't be that taken aback by it. I don't like where that arm is. We're gonna move that arm. Just don't like where that arm is. Just maybe I want it there. I don't know. Oh, you can try and describe it. I don't know how well I'd be able to copy it over, but I'm more than willing to try. Give them a little bit of a face. Yeah, sure. I love to know more about your OC. What's something I don't know about her? Oh, interesting. So she's all like magic and stuff, right? Ooh. Honestly, though, who doesn't at this point? I think we can all safely raise our hands. Like, even if you're a guy, you probably have a crush on Wilson. Let us not be ashamed to admit it. He's a geeky science boy. What's not to love about him? Oh, it feels good not to draw an angry face for once. Just the first two things I drew were all angry faces. Let's see, flowers and okay. Well, that's something new. I think a lot of fans always pictured like Weber's mom to be like blatantly Irish, which is kind of a little strange, but you know, I can see that. Trying to give her more like Charlie's hair a little bit, where it's all like whoosh and curly. Because when I draw curls, they end up being more like waves. Ooh, hunted by a nightmare. Something that's more like crazy. That sounds interesting. You want to tell me more about that, Star Mist? Like, that's actually really interesting, though. Like, so are like the nightmares kind of like the monsters from Don't Starve, or are they something else entirely? Because I don't mind drawing some spooky stuff every once in a while. Clicking on all the wrong windows today. Okay. Oh, Autumn's a great name for her. Especially wearing the red sweater. I dig it, I dig it. world is called the dream system. Trapped inside of it by a different nightmare, found its way to the real world. Oh. The line between dreams and reality grows thinner, blurrier as nightmares slowly deep into the real world. Oh, that's... wow. I could see at first, like, characters in that story being like, wow, isn't this great? We can make our dreams come true. And then being like, oh, shoot. That means all the bad stuff, too. Not quite the same plot line, but it kind of reminds me of one of the stories from a show called Mushishi. And there's these little tiny creatures that kind of like formed people's dreams. But however, like they would make the dreams become a reality as well too. The issue being that they also gave you terrible nightmares about disasters. So, like, you'd dream about a forest fire burning your entire house down, and then it would come true, and you'd be like, oh no. It's more like the game called Knock Knock. Oh gosh, Knock Knock is like Inception. It's just layers and layers and layers of like, okay, am I awake now? No? Great. It's a good game, but if you're not like tracking your progress through it, you can get like really twisted around. Knock Knock has a similar art style, I'd say, to Don't Starve, where it's like that sketchy kind of rough outline to it. Oh man, I can't even remember how far back that was. It's been a while. It's been a good long years since it was released. I'm gonna give her a nice mulberry outline. Oh, I just thought of that. Star Mist, that's one thing you can do. If you don't have a drawing of your OC, if you have like details from your OC that you have, and you're like, oh, it looks kind of like this, you can find like a bunch of reference photos and be like, oh, like this guy's shirt with that guy's hair. And sometimes that'll work as well too. So, I just thought of that. I was like, oh, shoot. I know some people do that when they try and describe their OCs without drawing them. Making a bunch of Knock Knock X Reader. That'd be really difficult to write, honestly. Props to you if you can actually write a story like that, because woo. hand's not gonna want to draw curves today. It's not drawing curves. Setting a well is taken to dark place, with the only light being a large purple heart beating as the shadowy particles leave ventricles and arteries. Oh, cool. I'm a fan of drawing arteries and ventricles and the cardiovascular system in general. Ah, yeah. Writing an OC story. Ah, nice. It's good to have that all written out on paper. But it's also like, I mean, I want to get this right for the character's own sake, you know? Which is why I stick to drawings. Because me do not the word good do. It's a pretty good start to a story, honestly, Starmist. Like, it almost... I mean, I guess this is the whole entire point of it. It's very dreamlike, I'd say, in its, like, how it runs. Oh my gosh, my mouse was on screen, I'm sorry. But yeah, it feels like you had a dream like this, and now you're kind of, like, putting the logic behind it as well, too. And I really like that feel for a story. I think it has a lot of potential. So I'd say go for it, man. The book is called Red Fall. Okay, I'll have to see if I can check that out. Is it available on Tumblr, Deviant Art, Archive of Our Own? No? Okay. Ah, peas. You have to let me know when I can read it, though, because that sounds like an interesting book to read. Oh yeah, since dream world logic applies, go wild. Go wild. Have things with like an odd number of eyeballs, like 7 eyes. Like what has 7 eyes? Nothing. Areas and story I could do anything with. Yeah, you can do. Sky is the limit when dreams are involved. You can take inspiration from your own dreams, any just absolutely wild stuff you've seen. Ooh, 3 characters already in the works. Nice. Are they gonna be Will's friends, or is he gonna have to be like, no, no friends here, no friends allowed? There we go, that looks better. Yay! I am the wind! Honestly though, I'm happy how it turned out. She fit very perfectly for the role of just overzealous poker player. And I was like, yay, you go, Winona. Oh, XOXO Fall Animations, what's your favorite Don't Starve character? I don't think I've ever gotten to ask you that question before. Seeing as I think this is the first time we've talked. Like, directly at least. Wilson? Aw. What do you like about him? Is it the fact that he's kind of a dorky scientist type, or something dark and mysterious, huh? His bread and his beard, huh? uh... It's okay. I misspell things all the time, half because I'm asleep and half because I don't notice I've misspelled it. So we're all part of the same misspelling club now. Was a young boy that is free mind and fear of the dark, and what he thinks lurks out there. His mind is quick to think of the worst. Ooh. That sounds especially dangerous if dreams can come to life. Oh, jeez. That poor lad. I guess this question can be for both of you then. What made you decide to make your characters in the first place? Was there a person in your real life you were inspired by, or you were just like, I just really want to make a character? He just really needs that kidney. I don't think he would stoop so far as to use his daughter's own kidney, but that has some comedic potential to it. I would be all for reading any comic, though, honestly. When it comes to Don't Starve content, I cannot really get enough. It's like a drug. Ah. Oh, fan fiction. It helps us create so many wonderful things. Out of curiosity, what was the fan fiction you read? The closet canon character has to be Wendy and Abigail. She died and there was no W in her name. No. Her middle name was Wendy. I don't know. Since they are his brother's daughters. Well, it's okay if you can't remember the name. I can barely remember what I ate for dinner, and I made my dinner, so, you know. Ooh, Autumn's middle name is Rose. Is that why she has roses in her hair? Oh, wait. Oops. Wrong way to twist that foot. Swear, once upon a sometime I was able to draw shoes. Do you think that Maxwell could have something to do with Lucy because of his dialogue? Long time no see, Lucy. I don't know. It would be a very interesting story beat if he did have something to do with it. Like, if he, like, I don't know, turned her into an axe, that would be interesting. But my gut instinct is telling me that Clay meant it as more of a he knows that Lucy is an axe sort of way, so he talks to her openly and freely, unlike everyone else going like, that's an axe. This dude's talking to his axe. Basically, what I hope for is not what I think they're gonna do with it, you know? Okay, so she does have roses in her hair because Rose and Charlie likes roses. I have no idea why I'm so terribly bad at drawing feet today. I am so sorry, but I am just gonna try to get through this the best I can. Oh yeah, true. Wendy does. To be fair though, is that because Wendy can just kind of see ghosts normally, or there's so much to explore, and maybe the rework will let us know. Segue. I'm not sponsored by Clay. Okay, I'm gonna put some finishing touches on this sketch. Star Mist, if you want to try and describe your OC, I can take a crack at him. Pip Spooks. Oh, such an adorable name. I don't know, we'll have to see. There's a lot up in the air, and I kind of wish Clay would give us some definitive answers, but at the same point in time, like, they have no obligation to. I just want an ending where they can all go home and live whatever happiest life they have. Well, that's a talent in and of itself. I'm terrible at describing any and all scenery. Just like, it's a field. It's just a standard field. I know. That entire animatic. I was like this is something like Pixar would animate fully. It's Warley and his demented grandmother. No, it's so sad. Ow, bumping my head. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Tell me something about Autumn's sister. Her sister's name is Safi. Safi? Am I saying that right? I'm terrible with reading. I'm sorry. I read like English isn't my first language. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, Mother's 3 ending. Uh, no. The only thing that made that ending like slightly less like just gut wrenching was just all the characters sitting around there in the darkness going like, so what happens now? I'm looking at Safi's design, and she seems like, well, one, the very like prominent golden yellow curls, but she kind of looks like Wendy from Gravity Falls. I don't know why, I'm getting that vibe from her, like a rough and tumble tomboy who doesn't take names from anybody. What the? What? Okay. Uh. Thanks, drawing program. I needed that. I just love random lines across my work. Mm hmm. It's all good in the hood. It just does that sometimes. See, her personality is more like tomboy. Was very kind to her sister. Huh? She doesn't remember who Maxwell was. She dislikes Wes. And is Weber's aunt. Okay. Wes, I think, is the most divisive character in the entire fandom. You either love him or you absolutely hate him. Kind of works for the army. Aww. Wearing the sweater his mom made. months of sentimental? Oh, okay, I see. So one works for the army and the other is a baker. Is Autumn like the best baker? Is that what she wanted to do with her life? Or is she like not too thrilled about it? Haven't thought that deep into his character yet. Okay. Well, it's just questions to get your brain juices flowing. I know when I try and write new characters or stories, like, sometimes I don't even know what questions to ask to get them to be the best character they can be, so I just like talking to other people about it. All right. That was one short order sketch, so it's not exactly the best, but here it is. I'm gonna just make the lines look a little nicer. There we go. Something Quest is evil and only causes suffering while losing. He's a gift from heaven that will lead them to the promised land. It's true though. That's just spitting some truth out here. Some people like worship the ground he walks on, and then others are like, I don't trust this guy farther than I can throw him, and I can throw him pretty far. Well, she has a friend whose dad owns the shop, the apartment on top. She works there and she gets to live at the apartment for free, but gets pay still. Nice. He's a .gif from heaven. All right. Okay. So that's her. Can I draw wormwood? Ooh, off the top of my head. I'll see what I can do. I did say draw anything, even if I can't draw it. Alright. Here we go. Wormwood from memory, I guess. And yes, that was me just cracking my knuckle right then. plant well known as wormwood. Mm-hmm. Is Wormwood your favorite character now? Right, I'm gonna look up a reference for this dude. Ugh. Ignore me and my terrible typing skills. Let's see. Right, yeah, I knew it twisted around like that somehow. His mouth would be funny though. Let me just scroll down. Or scroll right here, I guess. Jeez Louise. Can I zoom out, please? Why would you do this to me? There we go. He shouldn't be the lonesome, he should be the friend maker. He is very friendly. Since the first time I saw him, I knew he was gonna be my favorite. Oh, that's so wonderful. Him and Weber, I think, would be the best friend duo of all time because Weber likes making friends, Wormwood likes making friends. Initially, everything's put off by both of them. They're perfect for each other. Yeah, I can try after I get done drawing Wormwood. A nice quick sketch of this dude. Change his feet to go inward a bit more. There we go. Forgot how his vine body went. I had to look up a reference for that. What about Willow? First time they introduced Wormwood, I was like, oh no. Oh no. The Willow mains are gonna have a field day. Oh no. Oh, what, thank you. Currently working on some other projects right now, but if I ever get around to something where I can actually animate or draw them in again, I'll be more than happy to. I'll be sure to credit you, link your Tumblr, the whole 9 yards. And if it is all right by you, I'd like to post these sketches to my Deviant Art as well too. I mean, obviously, I'll give credit where credit's due. They're your OCs, not mine. And I'll link to your Tumblr as well, if that is okay with you. Well, Star Mist, he's a plant from the moon. Oh no. Oh no, I just gave... has anyone seen Little Shop of Horrors? It's about a plant from outer space that is significantly less friendly than wormwood. I should not give myself ideas. That's not a good thing. Oh, well, hi to your little sister for me. Hi, XOXO Falls Animation's little sister. Thank you for watching. Oh boy, you can tell I have not drawn plants in a long time. Yeah, it's kind of like a pumpkin carving, almost. Yeah, I'll go back and fix the eyes a little bit. Yeah, no, there's a lot wrong about this. Oh boy, I cannot draw this poor lad. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Does he have to leave things on his neck? Ah, he does have to leave things on his neck. That's why it was so awkward for me to draw his neck. God, thank goodness you're here, Star Mist. Thank goodness you're here. Uh, he's very specific. Yes, he's got a lot of moving parts to him. A whole lot of moving parts. I think the only character I ever knew how to draw off the top of my head was Weber, and that's just because I had to draw him for 5 months straight while making Poker Face. So, okay, I'll look up his beta design as soon as I scribble out that line going through his feet. Merge that down. Quickly save it. Alright. Why are you up there? Okay. Gotta have his beta design on the wiki somewhere, right? The wiki's where I go to get all of my information. He's pretty rad. Alright, sick. Where is anything right now? Okay. Yes, beta designs look pretty nice. I mean, all of the beta designs of the characters look pretty cool when you get down to it. I like seeing concept art for things too. It's always nice to see like how they've grown and changed and all that other stuff. Alright, I think the last one will be Safi and a carrot, just because, oh boy, it's getting a little late where I am in terms of I still have stuff I gotta do tonight, and I keep clicking on the wrong thing. There we go. Let's load up your Tumblr. Okay, hat, curls. And a reference image of a carrot, because I don't think I've ever drawn a carrot before. Right. I don't know why I thought it would be different. Get that in lighter coloration. They are pretty cute, I gotta admit. It's like every time I hear of it though, like I think it's like more complicated than literally just a carrot shaped like a rat. Like every time I look at it, I'm like, oh right, yeah, it's a carrot. I don't know. Brains work weird. Okay. Yeah, I went to images too and just kind of scrolled through it. For some reason, the images take forever to load on my computer. Like, it'll load halfway. It's like I swear I'm back in like 2008. It'll load halfway and then like stop loading the rest of the images. So I don't know. I'm surprisingly not that tech savvy. Which is why everything takes forever and like a year to come out when I make it. Will was originally a Don't Starve OC? Huh. And then the story just kind of got away from you and you were like, he needs his own thing. I love it. I love when OCs, like fan OCs, break the bounds of what they were made in and then they just kind of become their own thing. There's something nice about that progression. I don't know. What made me start a YouTube channel? Well, nothing really, like, physically pushed me into making one, I guess, if that's what you're meaning. I always wanted a place just to post my animations, no matter how crappy they were, so I was like, YouTube. It was mostly just to post animations that I made, and that was it, and then turns out animation takes a really, really long time when you do it frame by frame. So it ended up being more like a, I'm gonna post some speed draws on it type thing. You know? Had a plethora of upsides and downsides for Will. Yeah, it's it's really interesting the whole entire process of working through OCs. I'd be lying if I said I didn't like the process sometimes more than the end outcome sometimes. How did I get into Don't Starve? Oh man, that was years, so many years ago. I saw a trailer for Don't Starve online so many years ago. I can't even tell you how many years ago it was at this point. I was like, oh, that looks cool. It's exactly the style of drawing that I like to see. And I kind of didn't look much into it at the time because I didn't have any funds to buy any games. So I kind of was just like, oh, that looks cool. I'll remember that for when I actually get a job and can pay for video games. And then a few years later, I think Markiplier made his let's play, quote unquote, of the series, and I was like, time to revisit it. And then I forked over my money and I got it. Oh, I'm so bad at hats. This stream is pushing the bounds of what I'm able to do. How'd you guys get into Don't Starve? Watching Mark and Jack. Yes. I kind of hope he revisits it one day, because it has changed so much since he had the alpha version of Don't Starve Together, so I would like to see him play it again with all his friends and watch him just scream at everything. He loses sanity by 10 a minute with his sweater equipped. He gets 6 per minute sanity gain. That doesn't work if sanity drain is in effect. Ah. Oh, that would make it challenging. Ooh. Me likey. You know there would be players in the Don't Starve community who would be like, I can only see upsides to this. Because some people just like live at a low sanity level and I don't know how they do it in the game. It's just like, oh. To either be that brave or that stupid. I don't know which it is. Charlie, that's the game where you put like the pencils on top of each other, right? And see if they spin. See if they do a little dance. Everything's everywhere. Okay. I'm picturing them just like sitting around a bonfire and she just like flicks the pencil occasionally and everyone's just like, ah. You got into it at 12 a.m. Couldn't sleep, went on your phone. Found trailer for kept looking at Clay's content. That seems to be like, you see their content and you're like, I need to know more. And then you get lost down a rabbit hole where you're like, guess I'm selling my soul to this game. Couldn't just be a regular fan. And I would have it no other way. I would sell my soul to Clay all over again if it meant getting to see more Don't Starve. When Autumn's like, oh, she looks like Mettaton. I suppose that's true with the short hair like that. Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. When Will is insane, shadow creatures that spawn will be level 2, kind of like leveled up shadow pieces. Jeez Louise, this poor boy. That poor lad. Hello, Raven. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're finishing up the night here by sketching XOXO Fall Animations wonderful OC Safi. And I'm being very indecisive with how I draw my eyes. But what else is new? Oh, you're drawing an OC as well. Nice. Which OC are you drawing? Hopefully your own, right? Oh, so when Autumn's insane, her flower crown turns black. Oh. I do like visual cues like that one that just tell when a character is like flipped, you know? Level 2 shadow creatures are twice as strong in every way. And a new threat comes along. The Shade Dagger. Oh no, I don't like the sounds of a Shade Dagger. Shade Dagger is a shadowy knife that charges in the general direction of Will and disappears. Oh, spooky. This poor lad. You made his life so much more difficult in the game. Let's see. It's one of my OC's dark. Okay. Nice. Is she an OC of anything in particular? A certain fandom? Or is she just a character you made up? Made a story for? Like to draw? I know, goodness graphics, that poor child. He needs a plate of cookies, a warm blanket, and a hug. I'm getting attached to your character, Starbist. I need to know he's got a happy ending. She's not an OC out of a fandom. Ooh, so an original. Nice. Will takes 10% more damage and does 85% as much as normal character, but his upsides are something special. So at least there's something to make up for the fact that this poor child is being terrorized by living nightmares. Yeah, I think we all need hugs from Weber. He is haunted by a shadow creature that talks instead of Will is insane. So technically he, in theory, would have double the quotes. Is there like a physical representation of that shadowy little dude as well too, or is it just like quotes in a different font / color? You made dark when you were like 9 or 10. Ooh. So they're a OC that's been near and dear to your heart for quite some time then, it sounds like. Still, that's been, 2 or 3 years. That's quite some time. His sweater, he starts with, has a sanity gain of 6 and insulation of 130. Ooh, that is a fluffy sweater. He can equip a backpack while wearing a sweater, but loses 2 inventory spaces. That's nice, though. Because, normal people wear backpacks over their sweaters, but apparently the characters in-game just can't. They have lost the ability to do so. The shadow would have a physical form that talks instead. Okay. I would love to see a mod of a Don't Starve game like that. However, I can already hear the sprite artist for that crying. Once I finish the beginning of chapter 1 of the book, I'll post it on Quotev and Tumblr. Ooh, nice. I'm gonna have to get a Tumblr at some point. I don't have one. You also roleplay with Dark and her friends I had met while I was in an RP group, but it split apart because there was so much drama. But we still talk to each other. At least you all still talk to each other. Drama amongst groups, though. His shadow that haunts him gives him 3 magical powers he can use. Is he gonna cast Magic Missile into the darkness? Maybe? Hopefully? I don't think his shadow would grant him that power, though. That would be nice. Oh, always. I always want to know something interesting. What is interesting? Your friendship, Autumn and Wilson? Well, I guess that means that they really adore those two together then, right? Means you made them a good match. Let's see. One of her friends was Dark, and her best friend, she had fallen in love with him, but they split and they're good friends. He's a jerk to her. But it's minor. Okay. Alright, I see. Well, hopefully he stops being a jerk. That's all I can wish for. And it's okay. We have a, you know what? I misspell things all the time, half because I'm tired and half because I just can't spell. So, another welcomed member into the Wrong Spelling Club. Whew, these curls are majestic but hard to draw. I'll tell you that much, XOXO. Let's see. Ooh, the magic powers. Fire, he summons a shadowy flame that sets targets ablaze for 6 seconds. Does 30 contact damage. Sanity cost of 7. Okay, magic regens over time. So adding a whole new stat in as well, too. Autumn's power is light. Huh. Like setting stuff on fire like Willow type of light, or just the general concept? Time to draw this little nubbin right here. No, not fire. Okay, so it's just light in general then. Alright. See, magic regenerates at 7 a minute, and depending on his magic, when it dips below a certain point, his speed is affected. Okay. I like the implication that that means that that lad uses magic to run. I don't know, it's kind of adorable. She can go in darkness as long as she has her rose crown on, and if she doesn't, she's to die from the darkness. Oh, so it's like Charlie knows who she is if she's wearing the flower crown, and if she's not, then sucks. see, sanity gained from food is halved. Instead, sanity he would gain from food restores his magic. Okay. Like if he eats a cooked green cap, he gains magic. Okay. That's an interesting way to try and balance it out then. Especially since magic regens over time, but then you could also regen it with food. Well, her rose crown... can't speak. Well, her rose crown glows in the dark, but once it's black, it is no use in the dark. Okay. So keeping her sanity up is the trick. Let's see, okay. Lightning does 45 damage and does double if the target is wet. Cost of 9 sanity and 20 magic. Nice, so we had fire and lightning. Is the next one gonna be, ice? I'm taking an educated crack in the dark at that. Yes, I was right. Ice! Ice freezes an enemy when used twice in quick succession. Costs 17 sanity and 10 magic. I like it. Interesting set of powers he has. He sounds adorable wearing a big poofy sweater. Alright. Is there anything I can really color in on these two? Her hat, maybe. Oh, I almost forgot her freckles. Oh no. Let's add those in. How to make a new rose crown is flower petals, light balls, paper, and her magic, which would make white roses. Ah. I kind of wish it was like in Animal Crossing in the game, that you could, like, breed your own different types of plants. But that would make it too needlessly complicated. It's probably for the best that they don't have that. his sweater doesn't break at all. Nice. I could imagine that would be a difficult recipe to have in the first place, and would, I guess, kind of defeat the purpose of it was given to him by his mother, if it broke. Yeah. I like that, keeping it consistent with the different elements that he can use. That's nice. Clearly, a lot of thought has been put into that character, and that is something I can always appreciate no matter what. Autumn and Will in the Sweater Club. Get inside the Sweater Club. Unfortunately, I wear turtlenecks, so I'm not allowed in. Ugh. Keeping sane is the goal for him as the character. I like that. And it's something I always have difficulty with anyway, so he would be a very challenging character for me to play as if I would ever get to play as that lad. Aw, I'm allowed in? Yay! I'm in the Sweater Club. Oh yeah, I guess that technically counts as a turtleneck. Yay! Sweater Club party. I'll bring scones. It'll be fun. Clear these lines a little bit. The shadow is bound to his life, so if he dies, the shadow dies, and if the shadow dies, he dies. Unless the shadow were to kill him, the shadow is free from him. And he can't sleep. Oh no. Sounds like Wickerbottom would be mothering the crap out of him. Ah, that's interesting though. Shadow dies, he dies. Reading the logistics of that. So the shadow kind of wants to keep the boy alive, but drive him insane so that specifically a shadow can kill him so he can go free. Alright. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Whew, okay. I had not intended the stream to go for quite nearly as long as it did. So I'm actually going to probably end it here. I do have other stuff that I want to get done tonight. So yeah. I do want to thank everyone for attending, and thank you so much for the great suggestions. I will post these on my Deviant Art page, which should be linked in the description down below, and I will give credit where credit is due. So hopefully we can all join each other again. Keep up with each other. It's nice. I really do like doing these where people can, you know, shout out suggestions for me to doodle. It really helps get the creative juices flowing. So And I'll get better at drawing plants next time, I swear. So we'll just let the chat go for a little bit so we can answer any other questions, and I'll say goodbye to each other, okay? No matter what, even in a don't starve together PvP setting where someone uses a sleep dart or pan flute, you won't fall asleep. Ooh. I feel like that would just halt griefers in their tracks. That's nice. I like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna let some radio silence right now, and we'll just say our goodbyes and then end it, because I know there's kind of a weird lag time going on. So yeah, thank you all for coming, and hope to see you again. Bye!